once again, we are back, Texas 2A video, and we're going to be reviewing this little cheap guy here. It's just the upper. This came with a A2 bird hider. This is from Tiger Rock. Never heard of them. Primary Arms ran a deal on it, $229, and I said, well, it's cheap enough. Let me try it. I also looked, and there was no reviews on it, so I said, now I have even more excuse. And then, not to mention, I had a Palmetto State Armory spare lower Glock dedicated that, you know, didn't have a friend, so I said, hey, that's 3 different excuses why to get this. So right now, I guess I'll go ahead and grab some lubricant. I have not lubed it. All I have done is simply run this thing just to get it situated enough to where I know that it is running. I was having some issues with the ETS clear mag at first. Kept running it, and I was doing better and better, and ran I bought an original Glock mag. I got a Korean low down dirty funky KCI mag as well. It did run that entire mag perfect, so we'll run that on there, and then we'll switch it to the Colt pattern lower, see how it does with that one as well. But so far, I mean, it does its job, but most people are curious, see what it'll do. If it'll be a big old failing pile of crap. No last round bowl hold open. Alright, that's successful. 1 magazine. Let's do the KCI mag. See how that does. Not too bad. You can see, or can you? This thing has a, I'm going to pull this thing apart so you can see. It's not like my Palmettos that have the hybrid bolt where everything's kind of built in. It's got its actual normal looking extractor there kind of going on. So you can see it's that's the bolt that came with it. It's nothing fancy, but it doesn't look like my typical PSA stuff. My gathering on this is that it's Chinesium. From what I can tell, nothing on this thing is American with the exception of the barrel, and that may be due to some import regulations. So, not sure on that, but alright, there we go. Got this little failure there with the Glock mag. Let's see. Thing looks like it rode kind of high. Interesting. Let's try that again. Failure there. This is the PSA Raton red dot for like 99 bucks. We're going to go full silly mode with this and put it on the Colt lower, and if it eats, I'll be able to run the snot out of it. This red dot has been on some of my violent jumping around AR9s, and it's been very successful. So anyone that has doubts, don't. It has the off switch in between every brightness setting, and I really like that. So if you're like me and you have a bunch of different systems, you don't want the same system on everything, you don't want all the same stuff, give it a chance. So metal form mag, Tiger Rock upper. She locked open. Did have my last round jump out. I posted on Facebook in one of the AR9 groups. Another guy did have problems with these metal form mags. The follower's acting funny, so he swapped them to plastic. But this one is a C Products that usually doesn't do that. So let's try it again. Let's see. ejector in the way. Let's try it, see what it goes down. It's been doing that with these for some reason. Alright. Pop that thing out and give it one more spin. Doubt it. I'm gonna try. Yeah, it's not going anymore. Alright. That's something to start doing with some of these non-metal form mags, kicking out that round magazine. So between one and the other, it's a little bit aggravating. A little bit of silly there, locked open. Let's do that again because it's fun and I want to see if this thing's going to work with the damn or not. Alright. Let that target settle down. The blast from the muzzle pushes it back to where I can't even see it. It's just shooting straight back. Alright. Okay, got us a double feed. That's why it stopped, where I run it. That was on 5 rounds left when I did that. So, you know, who's to say it's not my own fault for running this thing way harder than it's supposed to. It's working very well with the PSA trigger that I was running the other day at the same location. I like it a lot better than this trigger. This is just a PSA enhanced that I worked over the springs with. But, yeah, so far this upper it's working. Mainly it's a mag related issue on the Colt lower, but the Glock lower had that one failure, which I'll say that I'm confident enough that I could probably mod this with the tack-on feed ramp like I did with the I think I had a 10.5 inch upper I did that with. I don't want to do that with all the Glock uppers. It just helps a ton. But so far this thing's working. It's I did get a request to check accuracy on it at 50 yards, so you have to wait till I can get back out there to the normal shooting location. I'm being a little girl today, and I got some new tattoo work, and I'm just not willing to go outside in the Texas heat and humidity with it, because I'd just rather know it's healing and not getting sweated on with a bunch of funky nasty going on, so, you know, you have to forgive me for that. But, let's see what she'll do with some more dumb abuse from me, because I'm enjoying myself. She's getting warm. One of the little failures there, which is not something this usually does with the PSA upper on this. Things just being dumb. This was a metal form mag. Okay. Metal form does its metal form thing. I brought 2 of those. I'm going to bring in ASC, but let's feed it some trash. This is the, see, it's a little goober. It's you know, it's not a full metal jacket. It's what you call that thing. It's the where's my Lula? This is the plated. So I'm gonna use it with the products. I guess we'll use the regular one, regular old metal form. But yeah, these are plated, so these don't like to feed in anything usually, and it usually does okay with the Colt pattern lower. So I'm gonna feed it in here just to see if this upper will allow it to work like it usually does in the Palmetto State Armory lower. I'm sorry, upper with the PSA lower, because I want to know if it'll do anything or if it'll just be a big old peanut butter jam factory like the other ones that I've run. The Glock pattern. Glock patterns hate it. a lot. Double feed there at the end with these stupid metal form followers giving me issues. That is annoying. So, let's see here. So we'll try it again with the products mag. Because there's not going to give me too many issues at the end of the magazine. I'm told that I can swap those followers out and it does pretty good. So. But so far, I want to say I'm very impressed compared to PSA stuff that for the same price I can get Palmetto's upper for less whenever they're not running a deal, because this thing usually is $349. You get the equivalent like this right here from PSA. This upper here you get their Gen 4 or whatever upper for $299 right now. They even run a deal on that thing shipped sometimes for free. So I got it on a deal for $229, and right now I'm gonna pretend like I'm impressed with it, because this thing usually performs a lot better with the PSA upper on it, and it's actually Gen 3 upper and not their Gen 4. So let's see what happens here. Felt good. Testing. Try it again. Just failed to get up that lip there. Typical of this junk ammo. Locked open. So that was a lower issue. That ammo does not like to feed in anything that I own, with the exception of, I'm trying to see, what was it? The AKV? No, the AKV didn't like it. What was this right here? I remember that. Yeah. This right here is the only thing that would eat it worth a damn. Yeah, that's what it was. It was literally this lower here. So, I can say for what it is, Red Dot's doing fantastic. But how do I feel about the lower? I mean, as you can tell, there's not a lot of room for anything here, so I just threw this little nubby bastard on here just to give me some type of hand stop idea. I will say that this hand guard, I mean, you see I'm holding it. It's dealt with plenty of heat, and it's still bearable. And blowback's not bad. I can't say that I suggest it over PSA dollar for dollar if it's not on a deal. If it is on a deal, it's still got the A2 bird cage on it. I just happen to have this laying around, and that definitely made it look better. I mean, it's nicer than what it was by a long shot as far as looks with this thing, I believe. But like I said, it's all right. I just definitely been happier with the PSA stuff, which I got this upper PSA had on sale for, it was $199 shipped. Getting clearance on the Gen 3 stuff, I jumped on it. Why wouldn't I? It's been great. But this guy here, it's hard for me to say if I'd suggest it to anybody or not. But if you're in the market, they run a deal on it again for $229. Yeah, it's worth buying, playing around if you like to tinker. I don't know. I'm not impressed with its performance. It's I don't want to say it's just junk, but it's like I just don't feel like I'm getting the same quality that I'm getting with the PSA stuff. So the PSA bolt, as I mentioned earlier, does not have that extractor anywhere on there. The extractor is really guy right inside there. It works flawless. So, take it as you will. I will see if I can go back out once I'm back out at the property with the steel targets, and see if I can run it again just for fun. But I don't feel it's a super good deal by all means. Definitely doesn't come off to me as like something that I want to tell everybody else to buy, because I know PSA for the same price, if not less, whenever it's not on sale, is it's always done the deed for me very well. And this, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a TACOM feed ramp and try it again, see what happens. But give y'all guys at least one video this week, and I can say that this PSA red dot has been taking some abuse. It's working phenomenal. So once I change it up, definitely get with that. So all right, hopefully next week I'll bring y'all some more outdoors fun still shooting, because this is kind of spur of the moment, me being a little girl about not wanting to go outside with the fresh ink and everything. So all right, see you guys next time.